But when you pull up the visitor center, again, you see the boat-shaped formation in the background, and you see the Nuhun Gamishi sign, Noah's Big Boat or Noah's Ark, pointing right to it in this sign. And here is a view from the rear, or from the stern, and you can see on the right some rib timbers, a little bit lighter color. You know, large boat shapes are built with ribs as a superstructure.
So do we know now, when you go up to those, as I assume you did, and are they, I mean, it looks like dirt from here. It just looks like maybe it's dirt.
Now, there has been some dirt that covered it. It was moved down to its current location in a mud and lava flow at some point. It was originally came to rest up higher on the mountain and was pulled down to this spot and was actually impaled on a rock outcropping that kept it from going further down the mountain. It would have been destroyed if it had been pulled further down. So there was some mud and lava on it originally. But God has been bringing it up out of the ground or dropping the sides around it. Because when it was first found in 1960, the ground level around it was up to the edge of the boat. And
you could just see the shape on the surface.
Right, you could not see these nice rib timbers on the sides. So since then, God has been dropping the sides and has been revealing it more and more so we can investigate it better by having the sides exposed and so forth. So God, you know, has been watching over it. And this next photo, you see more of a close-up of those rib timbers on the sides. They are vertical rib timbers in a regular order or sequence, and they're vertical. And of course, you have a flow of water coming down the mountain, and these are perpendicular to the flow of water coming down the mountain. The water coming down the mountain is not creating these. These are vertical. So this is not just something that's been carved out by nature.
And again, an excavation has never been done, so we don't have any evidence that this is, well, or do we, that these are petrified wood on the sides there?
Petrified wood has been found inside of it. It's been tested and so forth. So we know this is a wooden structure. And then we'll get in a little bit later about the metal that's been found inside of it, which is very exciting. Now here is the right or starboard side, and we're looking up toward the bow or the front of the ark in the distance. You can see the point or front bow of the ark. And on the right side here, we see the starboard side where the rib timbers are sticking up above the ground here. And this is a similar shot, but now we're standing just inside the ark. And again, in the distance, you can see the bow where some folks are standing on the bow, and they're looking down the length of the ark. And here's a similar one where you can see the bow sticking up, and this rock intrusion right in front of us where it impaled the ark and it kept it from sliding further down the mountain. Now here's another view from the stern, from the back. You can see the symmetrical shape. The center of it is rounded, and then the sides have fallen out. It's wider as stated in the Bible, but as we'll see shortly here, it's the exact length as stated in the Bible.